Damana Kota, Zabek Kata, quarter the Damokota, no, a shabu, quarter the
So currently I'm in the Kilimanjaro area, which is a town called Arusha, and I've embarked on another journey here, cutting across the southern countries. Hi there, hope you're doing great. We are super excited to bring you yet another episode of the We Love Africa segment on the Tales of Yambo. This segment is there specifically to celebrate our beautiful continent, Africa. If you love such kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe, follow us on our social media platforms so you never miss an episode of We Love Africa. Violin Nyamusi has traveled to 10 African countries by backpacking alone. How many countries have you been to again, apart from your own country? A very big challenge for you today. And she was also the first Kenyan to enter South Africa visa-free ever since the two countries made this agreement. So, what are we waiting for? Let's meet Violin Nyamusi.
Wow, so my name is Nyamusi Violin and I'm a backpacking traveler. Yeah, and I'm a YouTuber, and then I've been to 10 countries in Africa. I haven't been outside Africa so far. So yeah, I just finished a trip from Nairobi to Cape Town and I passed through 6 countries, which was Kenya, so do I count Kenya? I don't know. Kenya, Tanzania, and then Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia, and then Cape Town. So from Kenya, and then to start with, I was using public transport. Yeah, and I did a few hitchhikes. Yeah. So from Kenya, I took matatu to the border, and then I was late. And then I went to Arusha. Yeah, I went to Namanga, and then I took another small matatu. You sit like 5 people in a space meant for 3 people. It's hectic. Tanzania, matatu, it's hectic. Yeah, but the public transport it's awesome. Like, it's organized compared to Kenya. So from Namanga, I took the small matatus to Arusha, and then Arusha I spent some 2 days, and then I went inside to some remote place. It's called Karatu. It's near Lake Eyasi, and that is where you find it's remote, like the northeast part of inside lake. You go to Lake Manyara, and then you proceed to a town called Karatu, and then you divert to a place called Manyara. Manyola, I've forgotten the name, but it's known to grow a lot of onions that come to Kenya. It's where most onions come from. Yeah, so that's where I found the Adzabe tribe, a very interesting tribe down there. They speak with click sound.
But
they don't have any relation to the Khoisan. I found a scientist there who was studying them, and he told me about their history. If you want to learn about that, you can come to my channel. The way they are related to the pygmies, but they have a click sound. It's an interesting tribe. And then from there, I went to Dar es Salaam. From Dar es Salaam, I took the Tazara train to Zambia, a town called Mposhi Kapiri. It's like 2 hours away from Lusaka. It was an awesome ride, like riding in a 1974 train, man. It was an awesome experience. You create a small community. It was 3 nights, 3 nights, because I boarded at around 8 p.m. and then we got to Kapiri 3 nights after in the morning. Yeah, so from Kapiri to Lusaka, I never really, for my trips, I wanted to stay out of cities. So I never experienced Lusaka that much. but it's a chill town, I understand, but underdeveloped compared to Nairobi, according to my, Yeah, so from Lusaka, then I went to the mighty town of Livingstone, the touristy town, the most expensive place. That place is expensive. Yeah, it's very expensive, yeah. Yeah, and then, wow, I have wild memories about about Livingstone. That is the place where I got shot by my cousins, the baboons. Yeah. Yeah, man, but it was awesome. Like, I did the tandem swing. I never did the bungee because of the budget. It's very expensive. The tandem was like, we shared 2 people, and it was $125 each. Yeah, and the bungee is like $160. The how do you call it? The devil's pool is $250. It's hell expensive, but it's a beautiful town. You go to Victoria Falls. There is the park that is on the Zambian side, and then there is one on the Zim side, and then the Zimbabwean side is the one that is preferred because of the water and all that. Yeah, so from there, now I was so devastated, I couldn't proceed. I was thinking of coming back, and then I was talking to other travelers. There was a backpacking hostel there that hosts a lot of travelers and kayakers, so it's always full. So they really and it was the World Cup period, so it was fully packed. So everyone was telling me, don't stop, continue with the trip. You will never forget about it. And then one morning I just woke up and made a post about my misery, and then I got DMs, and then one family just DM'd me. They were like, we are coming from a transverse from they're down Namibia to Uganda, and then now they were coming down. So they were like, if you don't mind, you can wait for us so that we can pick you up and drop you in Namibia, because we're going back. So I had to stay in Zambia for Zambia Livingstone for more than a week. So I stayed in Zambia for 2 weeks. Yeah. So I waited for them. These guys gave me a good ride all the way down. We passed through Botswana, down to Windhoek, and then I was in Windhoek for Christmas. And then I went to the coastal part. It's called Swakop, a very awesome place. So from there, from Windhoek, I went all the way down to this border. It's called Noduva. Yeah, it's a border between Namibia and South Africa. And then I got there by 31st. Yeah. So I went direct to the immigration guys. I told them I want to be the first Kenyan to enter South Africa without a visa. I've never seen immigration officers laughing that much. They were laughing, and I was like, damn, the dream is cut. So they were like, no, just go, and then you come back tomorrow. And then they confirmed to me the deal is still on unless they change their mind overnight. So I had to camp near the border. It's just, I was camping. South Africa is here, Namibia is here, so I was just camping at the border. It's like I'm camping in Namibia. Yeah, I'm sorry, Namanga. Yeah. So I camped there, and then in the morning, we left. I was stamped at 7:30 a.m. in the morning, down to Cape Town. Yeah. Okay, so what inspires me? At first, I used to watch content about Africa, and I felt like it's kinda, how can I put it in a gentle way? It's kinda misrepresented. Like, for example, if you travel to another continent like Asia, you will experience it as an African, and the experience is kinda totally different from, the Asians, right? So most of the people that come here to retell our stories, sometimes, maybe in terms of when it comes to translation and, the shock, culture shock. So sometimes I feel like we don't have a real story about Africa. So I was like, I wanna make it I wanna travel in our continent and feel. And then most of the time you could find like I have friends, because I do remote jobs, so you have friends, they know a lot about your continent more than you do. So I felt like this is a challenge, like I need to know like a lot about my continent. Yeah. It's very warm, like it's touristic, like it's meant for tourists, like it's warm, the people are warm, like I mean the culture, the people are very warm. But the more you move south, the colder it comes, because I believe those guys are not used to like tourism, and then for the whites, those guys are invaders. So for us, whites are tourists, for them like it's invaders. So yeah, so when you're traveling, right, like in the south, it's a bit colder for you know the culture of the people and all that, but it's totally different from East Africa. So yeah, that's one thing I noted. Yeah. What normally happens, you be in this country, you like, this is my favorite country, then you move to the next, you feel like nah, this is my favorite country. But so far, I'd love to say Namibia is awesome and it's underrated. Like it's very awesome, like it's an awesome country, it's an explored, like it's a magical country. Yeah, and then Cape Town is just another vibe, like it's a London, it's not even a London, Londoners don't even, like it's full of skyscrapers, so it's like the African Dubai. Yeah. When I was in Namibia, it was during Christmas time, sadly. So Windhoek, it's Windhoek, but you know the Germans call it Windhoek. So Windhoek was very empty, given that it's like the population is 2.5 million. So it was like empty, and then most of them, they normally go to the northern part. Most of the locals, they normally go to the northern part. That is where like their, how do you call it, their shags. So most of the time you find like Windhoek was empty, but the coastal part is a town that is called Swakopmund. Damn, it's like a playing ground for the rich. Yeah, the rich Germans, like it's another level. And then you go to Sosofle, where you find like the desert, like the most photographed part of Namibia. So I was planning to, so after I lost my gear and then I came back, so I've been really trying to restructure myself. I wanted to do Rwanda in April with my daughter, but according to logistics, I feel like I'm not so set yet, but I'd love to, you know, go to Rwanda and then go for the winter in Lesotho, and then West Africa probably. Yeah.
I'm sure there's some people watching this and they're thinking, wow, this woman is pretty amazing. And maybe they really want to travel. They really want to travel, and maybe they just don't have the courage to. And maybe there are some people who have never even thought of doing it. I mean, life is too short. Our continent is just full of great diversity, great cultures. It's such a shame if somebody doesn't take advantage to go somewhere different. So what would you tell these people? Like your parting shot. Take it home for us, Violin.
Go for it. Like, first, traveling opens your mind. Like, it opens your mind and it humbles you, and it, you know, it gives you that oomph to, you know, be kind to people and, you know, stop overlooking people. Like, it gives you that kind of humility, at the same time awesome experience, at the same time that, you know, some sort of wisdom that is not available in books. At the same time, for people who want to travel, stop comparing places. Like, if you're in Kenya, experience Kenya. Don't try to bring a Dubai in your mind when you're going to, let's say, a remote country. You know, enjoy every place with its uniqueness. Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah.
The whole team from Tales of Yambo thanks you so much for giving us the honor to share your story. We wish you lots of luck, lots of success, and we will continue following you. As for the viewers out there, I hope you enjoyed this episode and continue following our social media platforms. Share this video so you don't miss the next episode. See you soon.